Smiley Morning Show, 12 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. So our new president-elect is the one, the only Joe Biden, and he is already making plans to transition. But President Trump has yet to concede the election since it was called for Biden on Saturday. And Trump is moving forward with legal challenges to the vote in several states and will file up to 10 lawsuits by the end of the week, Ricky. Meanwhile, former Republican President George Bush congratulated Biden on his win. But despite the call for unity, many Republicans in Congress have not yet even acknowledged or congratulated Biden on his win. But the bigger issue...
Y'all expect for him too? He's ignorant. Really ignorant.
I mean, you would assume other people would, congratulate Joe, even if Trump couldn't.
I'm not shocked by it because, I mean, what has he done the whole 4 years? We shocked every day. That's why I'm so glad to see him go, because he's just so exhausting. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of seeing him go, the bigger issue is that the person that is in charge of the transition, Ricky, that's the Director of General Services Admissions. Now, she's appointed by Trump and is refusing to formally recognize the president-elect and the funds, the money that is needed to begin hiring staff and setting up government office cannot even be issued until she does so. So they're holding up the process. Meanwhile, Biden has begun putting a team together in place to handle the coronavirus pandemic, which is much needed because the U.S. is nearing 10 million confirmed cases. So sad. Wash up and mask up. All right, that's what's happening in news. For more, log on to the RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock-T, anything happening in sports?
As always, Eva, LeBron James, he says his White House boycott is over, and he's 100% excited to celebrate the Lakers championship with President-elect Biden. So look out for that. No NBA team has celebrated any title with President Trump since he took office. There it is, man. Congrats to Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson. Through his first 30 games of his early career, his record is 25-5. That ties Miami Dolphin legend Dan Marino for best start to a career by a quarterback. So big up to LJ right there. A couple other games in the NFL, Rick. Let's start off with the one you just mentioned with Pastor Haynes. Dallas Cowboys had this game won over the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers, but Pittsburgh came back. They are now 8-0. Dallas was playing with their fourth string quarterback, Garrett Gilbert, and they still almost won the game. And then Drew Brees continues to win. 4 touchdowns last night. They blew out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. The New Orleans Saints did. So big up to them. Brady finally looked like an old 43-year-old quarterback trying to hang on and play too long. He threw 3 interceptions. Now, for everybody that's bashing Tom Brady, saying that he's done and he's finished, come on now, really? Even at the age of 43, everybody's entitled to have a bad game every now and then. But don't take nothing away from Drew Brees and them Saints, man. So they did their thing. Last but not least, college football. Clemson loses to Notre Dame. I
couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
We ain't got time to go into it. I wish we could, man. But Clemson is not out of it. They still in the college football hunt just because they lost the game. But big ups to Notre Dame. They played.
You got a lot of other undefeated teams, and when they come down to it in this short season, and they got to pick the teams that ain't had no loss and put them in the playoffs, right, T?
Well, now keep it. There's one factor. Trevor Lawrence wasn't playing. Their star quarterback. So you already know that's the wild card right there. They're gonna give him that excuse. So they still in it.
Trust me. Go out and kiss a goat in the mouth that had coronavirus. I'm sorry.
If they win out, he'll still be in the playoffs. Gary, what you got there, man?
All right, y'all. Speaking of sports, Serena Williams, honey, she admitted to the world, y'all, what she is addicted to, and you would never even imagine it. Now, they're saying that Williams, she's married to Reddit co-founder, Mr. Alexis Ohanian. Now, they married back in 2017. Now, recently, y'all, while doing a photo shoot, they're saying Serena described her husband as her biggest supporter. Now, midway into the shoot, her husband walked in, y'all, with a basket of Girl Scout cookies. Much to her surprise, she was very shocked about it, and they're saying that the 23-time Grand Slam breadwinner surely has an ideal husband, which a lot of women would love to have. But when she admitted to the world what she's addicted to, people were shocked. She said, y'all, that she loved going to the movies, but she is addicted to popcorn. She said, so we can't go because of my strange addiction, honey. She said, honey, I don't even like to leave the house. She said, when the baby finally goes to bed at 7:30, she said the last thing on earth that she want to do is have dinner reservations for 8:30 or even go to a movie for popcorn. Popcorn isn't fattening, though, huh? I mean,
sure it is.
Some is. It depends on what kind.
Popcorn, it's the butter.
Oh, well, bless her. So she's addicted to it.
Yeah.
Because she look like she may eat a lot of popcorn sometime, but I mean, she says she's addicted to it, so let's pray. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is creme de peach. On the high end, you say creme de peach, and on the low end, you say beautiful peach. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Creme de peach. Coming up next in the hot spot, celebrities respond to the historic Biden-Harris win, and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame goes remote. Coming up next in the hot spot, it's the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.